For us, a maiden call means a lot. It means it has got significant meaning in terms of having new service. Means that we are going to have more volumes. We are going to have bigger shipping line coming in as customers introducing new services. It means also that the Port of Mombasa has attracted business from the shipping lines, and they have found the Port of Mombasa more efficient and more attractive to enable them to increase the number of vessels that are plying and coming to call at the Port of Mombasa. This vessel is called Contiship, Ono. She's making her first call today, and we expect to start working her at 1500 hours. We have our resources steadily lined up here. We are just waiting for the normal processes of the port health, the pratik. Pratik means port health must also move onto the vessel and do their process there to ensure that all port health requirements are met by the shipping line before even our own staff can go on board. This is not only because of coronavirus 19, but it's a standard practice under the International Maritime Organization. So this vessel is carrying 600 moves, both in and out, both import and export. Is going to discharge 400 TEUs. This 400 TEUs carries also reefer containers, it carries also transshipment containers and imports. It carries also imports for transit destinations. It's also carrying import which must be moved to Nairobi destination through the standard gauge railway. I say this is significant because it's coming at a time when the global effect of pandemic is felt all over, including the global shipping. Yeah, we have looked at our performances in the last 3 months. We have seen a market decrease since February, March, and up to the middle of April, where we saw that volumes had gone down, the number of ships had gone down, some of the vessels had cancelled their sailings, they have cancelled their bookings, and they have done what we call blank sailings. This has greatly affected us in terms of businesses. It has affected us in terms of meeting our targets at the Port of Mombasa. But now things are changing, things are turning around, and we're seeing the ports of China, which carries more than 60% of our imports and that's coming through the Port of Mombasa, are now opening up their ports. And now we are seeing a market increase in the volumes that are calling at the Port of Mombasa. This is an example of such increase being an introduction of new service. It means now that we are gradually and steadily going back to normal port operations. And we hope that in the near future, we'll be able to fully come back to normal operations. We are all aware of the impact of this COVID in the entire country, and especially the Port of Mombasa, which has had its share of the impact in terms of staff being affected, and it has created challenges that has forced us to re-strategize and quickly change our existing strategies to enable us to mitigate against the effect of the pandemic in the port operations so that we can sustain our efficiency levels in providing services to the port users. I'm talking about this because we have seen truck turnaround times being affected, especially for transit destinations. There are so many checkpoints along the northern corridor, which serves the port and all the way to the interior destinations of Uganda and Rwanda, Burundi, northern Tanzania region, and even South Sudan. These have been affected by the slower movements of the trucks. They have to undergo all these checkpoints, first for the purpose of going through the process of coronavirus, as per the government directives, both locally and across the borders. And again, at the checkpoint, at the border clearance, they also have to undergo also the clearance processes, KRA processes, URA processes, Rwanda Revenue Authority processes. This takes longer, and this one has seriously affected the truck turnaround times. And because of this, we have experienced certain increase in the volumes lying in our yard because it now is taking longer to evacuate. The container dwell times have increased, and for us to mitigate against this, we have ensured that we manage the efficiency of the standard gauge railway that serves between Mombasa and Nairobi to ensure that more than 50% of the import that is coming through the Port of Mombasa is quickly evacuated and cleared at the port of at the inland container depot in Nairobi. It takes roughly 6 hours from here, from Mombasa, for a train to arrive at the inland container depot in Nairobi. So you will see that because of the efficiency of standard gauge railway, which we are now doing, and this is very strategic, we are doing what we call the X-hook railage. That means we do not allow any SGR cargo on board this vessel to come into our yard and have another stop in our yard and then move to the wagon. So we are picking directly from the vessel straight onto the wagon, and within no time the containers are on their way to inland container depot in Nairobi. The clearance processes at ICD has improved tremendously. The congestion that was there in the beginning is no longer there, and the customers are getting even more and improved services. And therefore, we have realized that 90%, because this has been a marketing tool, the X-hook railage for the shipping lines, to market the ICD, to market X-hook railage, and to encourage all inland customers to use the SGR to move their cargo from Mombasa. So that means that the shipping lines are now moving 95% of all their inland destinations through the standard gauge railway. From 3 days turnaround time of vessels, we are now moving to 2.4 days turnaround. And this is standard universal accepted key performance indicators. So as we move, we should be able to attract more customers through our efficiencies. We want to attract more transshipment through our efficiencies, and we want to get even more volume through our transit destinations.